We'll go into the claims though of what what these products commonly say. So we'll start with the big one, which is the one that always gets thrown around: weight loss. We've spoke about before the sort of basics of weight loss, so being in a calorie deficit essentially. But we do go into a bit more detail on it. If you want to go listen back to another episode we did earlier in a series, if you've not listened to that yet, that was one about fat burners. That's chatshitgetfit.com/fat-burners, and we do go into a little bit more detail there. But yeah, essentially, the sort of only proven effective way is to be consistently in a calorie deficit. It's obviously not as simple as that, as we spoke about in that Fat Burners episode, but that is basically it. So what we want to know is, does apple cider vinegar do something to increase our daily energy expenditure? I mean, it feels like it in terms of the fire I'm currently feeling in my body, but
stoking your metabolism.
No, exactly. Yeah, I feel like it, but obviously to any significance, probably not. But we do actually have a paper here that Golly actually cited in the past. And they don't actually have anything on their website now. So I know it's crazy, right? But Golly, on their website now, on the apple cider vinegar section, if you go to their citation page, there's nothing there at the moment because apparently they're looking for the most up-to-date research, apparently. Ashwagandha's got stuff. Apple cider vinegar, Golly, they haven't got anything there. But they did have one they say started in the past, which I kept hold of when I first read it. And in this study, which will also be linked to the show notes, they had participants consume 30 millilitres of apple cider vinegar while dieting. So they were in a 250 calorie deficit as well, compared to a group that didn't.
I wonder what made them lose weight. That's crazy.
Right? Now, there was an increase in weight loss in the apple cider vinegar group, but it was not by loads. Obviously, because both were in a deficit anyway. It wasn't by a lot. And the researchers basically argued that is this apple cider vinegar suppressing appetite, because there has been sort of reports of that in the past, which could have been why they may have been eating slightly less, which is why they might have had a slightly higher weight loss overall. Yeah. But that suppressing appetite is obviously very different than inherently making you lose weight. It's not burning fat, it's stopping you from eating more, which potentially obviously then energy balance and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
But the important thing, the main issue, with that in particular study, which is it's great, they're obviously putting citations on their website. They've got one there which shows a potential extra weight loss. But it's a dose. So they use 30 millilitres in that study. Golly gummies contain 500 milligrams, per gummy. So you need to consume the entire tub to hit that dose used in that study, which wasn't even that significant of weight loss.
So when they say an effective dose, basically what it means is one serving meaning a tub.
Yeah. So you have to consume an entire tub of Golly
and
to
even
get
then,
that dose in the study.
The effects that come out of it, whether it be appetite suppressant or,
It wasn't significant. It wasn't massive. Yeah, it wasn't huge.
Yeah, exactly that. Is it even significant enough to matter?
And they were doing this over time, right? It was I can't remember the exact time scale, but it wasn't like a day or a week. It was a good few weeks. If you happen to consume a tub for a few weeks, and they're like $16 a pop, that's gonna fucking rack up, isn't it? You're gonna be spending hundreds of dollars on these gummies just to fucking lose it. I mean, you might as well just be in a deficit. I mean,
this kind of reminds me of the whole ages ago. There was that other miracle kind of fucking supplement that came out that has been equated to basically weight loss, and it was Garcinia cambogia, I think I pronounced it right, or Cambodia or something like that. And they were saying, there was in this study, people that took this supplement, they lost weight, or they lost more weight than the other control group. But actually, in the small print, they was just in a calorie deficit. Yeah. In this study, obviously the study you mentioned, that one in particular, you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to be losing weight.
Mm-hmm. The good thing is if they compared it to both groups who were both in a deficit, just one took the apple cider vinegar as opposed to the other one didn't, and it wasn't massive. It wasn't significant, really.
But even then, when it was both groups were in a calorie deficit, was it a significant change?
I mean, let's be honest. If you're out there listening, and you think, okay, maybe I do want to, a little bit suppress my appetite and help out, you're better off swigging 30 mil. But if you heard me at the start, I wouldn't recommend it. It wouldn't be very nice.
I wouldn't recommend it. It's one, it's just you're placing your focus on other things, and two,
it's fucking awful.
It's just not worth your time
and as well.
Money.
Quickly, I don't know if we were going to mention this later, but dental health is something that comes up a lot. Of people who regularly do shots of this stuff. Obviously, it's quite acidic. It can do sort of damage to your teeth. I'm not a dentist, so I don't know the fucking ins and outs of it, but yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, if you care about your dental hygiene, I probably wouldn't be swigging shots of it every day.
I mean, it is acidic at the end of the day,
If you want to listen to the full audio podcast where we go more in depth on apple cider vinegar and ashwagandha, taking a closer look at the current scientific evidence to see basically if they actually work and if it's worth your money to actually get involved with these products, then check out the description down below and there'll be a link for the full audio podcast. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you're notified next time we release a brand new video. See you on the next one.